Hi guys, welcome to State of the Streams. What's going on, everybody? Harmack, how the hell are you, sir?
Whoop. Hang on, I gotta mute the stream. I was listening to the kick-ass music.
Yeah, I just paused it. I miss when I used to have an automatic fader. Like, not on, but like Sam Broadcaster, like you could hit a fader button and the song would go out. And I started messing with the volume switcher here, and I'm like, oh shit, I know what I'm doing. I'm lowering the music and Harmack on the same stream. I did not want to do. So it probably, there probably will be a noticeable volume drop.
Al messed it up, everybody. Show's over. Good night.
I miss using Sam Broadcaster. I never thought I would say that in my life because I don't use Sam Broadcaster anymore. I miss it. I really freaking miss it.
Well, I actually do too, but I found for, because you gotta do copyright free songs on here. I found that just using actual Windows volume controls actually works wonders for me.
Not on my, I don't have a USB, like I have a mock USB device that acts like a soundboard, but is not a soundboard.
Right.
But the only caveat is that you cannot do sound sliders on Windows. It's really stupid, and I'm not quite sure why.
Wow, that is idiotic.
The only thing I have a slide or a switcher for here is if other people sit with me, there's room for 3 more headphone ports, and there's an input port. Now I could have the music coming in that way from like my phone or something to play, and then I could lower the input volume there, and it would work. But I haven't done it yet. I've been running it all through my PC, which barely does it anyway.
I think there's probably because I know people have done it on this. I'm sure there's like a fade out setting you can do in Twitch for a second or whatever.
Oh, if I fade that song out, I'm gonna fade you out. So it's like if I come in saying, "Hey, Harmack, how you doing?" You're like, "Oh, fine." Like, it's gonna be like, it'll be something like that.
Oh, I see. Okay, so it's all running on the same channel.
Yeah, you and the audio are all on the same channel. So
yeah, I keep forgetting it. Yeah, you can only have more than one channel when you're recording, not streaming.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only way I could fix it, because this little mock sound card or soundboard has like 2 input jacks. One my TV goes into when I do my streams. That's how I don't hear delays. Because if I use my video card, there'd be like a 1.5 second delay, which sucks. So I have like 1 cable for audio coming out from my TV, so it matches in my headphones the exact thing that I'm doing in the game, and I'm never behind. And I fixed that problem. And there's 1 more input, so I could probably just have my phone or some other audio device just play the intro music, and then I could fade it that way.
Yeah, you would almost have to have another auxiliary device going into your main channel that you can control the volume on of its own volition.
You could easily do that. Yeah, I just have to actually do it. I have another I have a swivel stand here for my mic, which is fucked up as it is.
Swivel stick? You talking about
Swivel stand. An arm, if you will. Stay.
What's wrong with it?
The mic is very heavy now, so like it'll stay, but I have to like position it in the right spot, just like that. But I have another swivel arm that has a camera on it, which I've been wanting to bring in, because I had my first game on Thursday that had a meter in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. And my camera, there's a monitor that's right in front of me, and that's my computer monitor. That's where I see the stream info, the chat, all that stuff. Right directly above it, I have a TV mounted on the wall, which is where I see the games. So there's a camera that sits on this monitor, and at my position, it blocks the little, tiny left-hand corner of my screen. So I'm playing BioShock yesterday, and I'm trying to, throw Eve hypo or whatever they call it at at the enemies, it decides it doesn't want to work. All right, I mean it works, but in the game it didn't work, and the reason why it didn't work is because I was out of Eve hypo, and I couldn't see the little bar down there. So
because the camera sits in front of that.
Yeah, but it's blocking it. So now I have to find a way to move that camera.
Yeah,
it was really fucking me up in BioShock yesterday. It was really.
If you've ever noticed when anybody does streams, though, the camera's not dead on. Usually they got it to their right or left, kind of almost pointing down at them sometimes. Like whether it be on their secondary, like for example, I got a secondary monitor over here. I could probably put this camera there and it would be just like what they do. I mean, because I don't think I've ever seen anybody stream straightforward, have it straight on. That's impossible unless you can figure out how to put a camera in the middle of a screen.
Yep.
So, yeah, but off to the right or left, people pretty much expect that. I mean, just seriously, go through Twitch and anyone that's got their like even the ones that do like that fancy just them and somehow they get the box away and you can still see the game behind them.
Some people
and
get
shit.
real creative. Like I put some fancy lighting on back there, but other than that, I'm just sitting in my game room.
Yeah,
It's like I don't do much. Like I'm in my game room and that's it. I just put some fancy lighting on back there.
yeah,
And that's really it.
All I got here is a can light, and I can adjust its brightness, which is
Yeah.
nice. And a wall. That's about it.
And a painting. You gotta showcase that painting though.
Well,
the painting.
camera won't allow it because the monitor's too close to the wall.
I just get one of those arms then and put the camera on the arm and then swivel it back and then you can swivel it up and down and all that.
Well, I could probably do that.
They sell them on Amazon. They're not that expensive. I think they're like $30.
I bought an arm. Yeah, that's what I just bought one though. Shit.
Harmack, you gotta invest. You gotta invest your money and you gotta invest your time.
I invested $100 in a freaking mic. I invested another $50 in a stand that can hold the damn mic. I that's enough for now.
Yeah.
Oh god!
I thought we set up with you with 2 monitors so you would not have to do that shit.
Once again, I will explain this to you. If I am not streaming, it doesn't show the chat. So trust me on that one.
Is there anybody in the Harmack one? I see Phil.
No,
OSC Phil is in the Slash Streams chat saying that he's upset about the ads. I can't do anything about the ads, guy. I can't. But thank you for the 3 cents or whatever.
I don't know if this is a bot in my chat room or what, but Random Thought 22 is asking, what are your thoughts on the People's Republic of China eventually liberating Korea and Japan from the grip of the American nuisance? Also, what do you recommend for sunglasses for a business casual setting? Wayfarers, aviators, or clubmasters? What the fuck?
Here, hang on. I'll show you what I recommend. Give me 30 seconds.
What is an exciting date for a 5-year anniversary for a professional couple? Oh.
Here we go. Check this. Here. Some broke ass aviators.
There you go. Yeah.
That's what I recommend for sunglasses. You know how much these cost me? $3.99 at Walgreens.
Hey, all I can say is that should just be your new look, man.
They're bent to shit. I could be like the new Dr. Disrespect.
Just as long as you don't do some outlandish shit where you lose your shit online and then all of a sudden you're gone forever. Yeah, don't do that.
Put the hat on. It's like that. There, now we're talking. That's a new look. Oh, and you gotta be like these other thug dudes in the videos. Like, you just have to have a bottle sitting there like this. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. There you go, man. Somebody clip that.
And then they just sit there waiting for people to chat, and then somehow they get people chatting. And then you just wait, and then they answer a question, which I can't see the questions because I'm blind and I need my glasses back on, and it's also very dark.
I'm trying to read the chat here. It says,
you have to read the chat to me.
What is an exciting date for a 5-year anniversary for a professional couple? And also, you look like only use me blade with the glasses. Whoever the hell that is. I don't know who that is.
Who said that?
That's somebody in my chat room.
Oh. Well, see, that's the glasses I'd recommend right there. It's a great. I can't even read what Phil is saying. Phil's saying something in the Slash Streams chat.
Yeah, you're asking me to read that. I can't read it either.
Here, I'm gonna pull a Harmack.
Do it.
Hello, I don't have Harmack with his phone from 1 inch from his face. Where is your
Yeah.
ninja hair? I could do that. I could do that. I could dye my hair like blue, like ninja,
Oh.
and then I could leave the hat. Like I have to have the headphones on under the hat. Like you just have to do it that way. I think it's fine. I don't know. So that in answer to the person in your chat who asked, "What do I recommend for glasses?" I don't recommend aviators. Well, aviator style. I don't recommend Oakley. I recommend glasses, $3.99, available at Walmart. Fuck those things. There you go. I really gotta get my contacts back.
Now you guys know why I don't use a camera when I stream, because there's no way I have to sit. Literally, when I play like this. I am like this, and I'm looking at my screen, and I'm doing my thing. There's no way a camera would work. Not for me, anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't have. I wish I did have the luxury of sitting back like this, like I am now, so you could like see my whole face while I do that. But then I can't read what's on the screen. Like if some like thing comes up that says, you need to take your guy here, I won't be able to see that because of the the detail in these games are, well, they're good, but for people like me, not so good. So you got to get kind of close just to make sure you read it right.
And by the way, Phil, I'll say this: if you want ninja hair, then I say we should have some sort of bit.
There you go.
We have some sort of bit challenge for maybe like a month or two. Like I don't know what's a good bit limit to go. What's a good goal to set that's not astronomical, where I'm not looking like I'm like running some sort of like Patreon scam here or something.
Oh no. Well, first off, I mean, all right, let's look at this logically. What would be the consequences of coming with blue hair to work?
Oh no, they wouldn't let me in the building.
Exactly.
It would have to be on a day where like I don't know how. I'd have to have a vacation that week or something, or I'd have to have some type of dye where I can get it out within like under a week.
Yeah, see, and those I don't even know if I'm sure they make stuff like that. I think
the female wrestlers that dye their hair all the time, I think they use special dye, because like I follow like Sasha Banks on Instagram, and she's like she always dyes her hair like that blue. But then, like, a couple days later, she's either got old photos that she's posting, which they don't look that old, and then she has black hair. So I think, like, somehow she's wearing dye that she can get out of her hair quickly. I don't know. I'm not in the hair dye business. I don't dye my hair. I did it once. It was a failure. Epic failure.
I
told that story before?
No, but I remember the video. Oh, man. You want to talk about a guy that looked like messed up Vanilla Ice?
No, there was. That's a picture. There's another picture too.
No, the one when you were in UFC, right? Or not UFC?
CWF? No, that was different. CWF. That was a different time.
You did dye your hair there too.
I had my hair bleached that time, and I actually liked that. I don't do it anymore, obviously. There was a time where I was going, like, this is popular in the late 90s, but they had like bleached tips. Or what do they call them? Like
frosted tips.
Frosted tips is what they called it. Yeah. So that was the thing. So I'm like, I always spike my hair out. You can't really see it too well, but I spike my hair out. So the girl I was dating at the time, I'd only been dating her for like probably 6 months, and she was like, "Yeah, I went to cosmetology school. I do this stuff all the time." Which she could cut hair. She could cut men's hair very well. But man, I stopped doing any hair dye after the first time she did it is when I had that CWF event. It was a backyard wrestling thing that we did, and I had a completely bleached blonde hair. I just worked retail. I didn't care who saw me or what,
Oh, no one cared.
No one cared. Retail. And I was like, what, 17, 18 back then. So
no responsibilities. Not
yeah. So then I said, okay, let's do the I wanted to do the frosted tips. And she's like, okay. So I hear her go in the middle of it. She's like, oh, I went too far on that one. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, I'm gonna have to kind of blend this. I go, okay. She's like, you're just gonna have to trust me. So I think what she was going for was some sort of like blonde, like bleach blonde and like dark hair like combination or something. I don't know what she was going for. All I know is that when I got out of that chair, I had tiger stripes in my hair. I'm not talking bleach blonde tiger stripes. I'm talking orange hair. And I have no idea what she did. I had family pictures the next day. That is why that's why I wanted the frosted tips. I wanted them for family pictures years ago.
Yeah.
I had to go to family pictures, and like back then I'm like, what? Fuck it. What's the worst that's gonna happen? I'm like, fuck it. Who cares? Here's why I care about it now. Because when I took the picture then, I'm like, fuck it. I don't care. Now my aunt, producer Eric's mom, has hung that photo in their house for all to see. It's a big group family photo, remember? This is like a big family photo. This is like cousins and aunts, uncles, the whole family. She has that thing front and center when you were in that house. So even now, 20 years later, that photo hangs there, and every time I go over there for Christmas Eve or whatever, I'm like, I walk past it, I'm just like, what was I thinking? Like, like
memories.
So, yes, there was the time that I had Tony the Tiger hair briefly.
Wow, man.
Real briefly, yes.
That's one thing I've never done with my hair is dye it.
You should just shave it off. I don't know why you don't keep it constantly like a zero.
Because I've got my skin is fair enough as it is. If I shave my head bald, I'll look like a cancer patient.
No, if you got to go like zero though, if you like leave a buzz like no, if you go like buzz cut, like I'm talking like Opie buzz cut ish, like you know what I mean.
I have them do just gotta no guard.
Just go all the way, all the way to where it's like skin basically.
Well, no,
skin and a little bit of hair.
That's what I do. You just don't see it. I haven't done it in about a month, but no, I always tell them with those clippers, no guard, just straight up just the blade itself.
You look kind of badass-ish with that. I can't even say that. I've always liked. Dude, I'm not. I don't swing that way, but I've liked that look when you do that. Yeah, I think it's pretty.
I originally, I mean, before you knew me, I had originally ponytail and everything back 20s. I did.
Wow, the old tail. Long. The 90s
ponytail
tail.
Down to about the middle of my back, and then we were at a Wolves game, and it was for cancer and donating like that hair for kids or whatever the hell it is.
Hair for kids.
Because there's like locks for love for locks or something like that. I can't remember the name.
Kids.
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Come on,
somebody write that one down. Hair for kids.
I don't know. Locks. I think it was Locks of Love. I think was the name.
Locks
of it or
of
something
Love.
Like that.
Okay.
What they give cancer, so they make wigs out of it and give it to cancer patients. The reason they did it, we had a goalie who always shaved his head bald, and so it was kind of like a thing. You get like I think it was like 2 free tickets if you do that, and it's a good thing for things. And so I went there and I said, "Fuck it, I'll do it." So I did it, and ever since then I've kept it short. I ended up liking it. There's a lot less maintenance too, because Jesus Christ, man. Hair that long, I don't know how women do it. Hair that long is just such a pain in the ass to get it right, and oh my God, forget it. No, thank you.
Well, we got some people coming in here, so let's get into it. We gotta do our opening segment here, which we like to call "What the hell are you drinking?"
Oh shit, I forgot my beer. Damn it. Not used to coming over. I'm used to coming over here and drinking what I got. I'm just gonna drink this then. Fuck it.
What do you got?
I have, for a person that's dieting like myself,
H2O.
No, it's called Sparkling Ice. It is a flavored drink, but it is 0 calories. So that's just to change it up, so you're not getting sick of just drinking water all the time.
Wah. All right, I've reached over and grabbed a natural lime White Claw. So there you go. I was telling OSU Phil in the chat here to drink these, and I didn't get his verdict on what he thought of it. So I'm gonna have to find out what he thinks. But man, I'm not too. I'm not. I like these seltzer drinks. I'm not like crazy about them. I'll kind of swap back and forth between beer and this, but man, this tastes like a Sprite. It's a little watered down but spiked, and you can't taste much of the alcohol. It's quite nice.
You feel it though.
You feel it when you drink 10 of them. You're like, wow, feeling pretty good.
You're not really like wow. You're more like wow.
So let's get those bits coming in, guys, because we're gonna bits for drinks for bits, whatever you want to call it. You can do that. Harmack's not playing this week, so I guess it will be me. Get your bits in.
I've got to get in the habit of it. Every time I come over here, by force of habit, I always bring whatever usually it's the ice to do my stream, because I don't drink during the week. And so just by force of habit, I brought it over here. Didn't even think about the beer until you just mentioned it. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. Next week, remind me, don't forget to bring your beer over. Just remind me. I got to get in the habit.
Let me handle that too, Harmack. Sure thing for you. No problem.
Hey, no problem, man. That's why you're here. That's why you're here, man. To make me look good.
Yeah, so basically just to kind of refresh what we do, this is our State of the Streams show. We talk about this week's streams. We kind of bullshit a bit, and any of your bits that you give the channel, we're co-streaming right now here on Slash Streams Live and on Harmack 1, so you can catch us on either channel. Is your sunglasses guy asked any more questions, Harmack? Does he need any more fashion tips from Om1 Slash?
Last question asked. No, actually, no. Just the last, the last thing he said was what you look like with the sunglasses on. The other one was what's an exciting date for a 5-year anniversary for a professional couple?
Oh shit! I'd be glad to answer that. Tell me that dude's still listening, and we didn't dodge that question.
It looks like it.
Okay.
The number hasn't dropped, so I'm assuming.
All right, give me the question one more time. What was that question?
All right, question is, and I'm sorry for putting the phone to my face, guys. Screw you. I don't have a choice.
Wait here. I gotta do this for what's this listener's name or viewer's name on your channel?
Random Thought 22.
This is for you, Random Thought 22. The $3 aviators. Let's get the question.
I feel the need for speed. Okay. What is an exciting date for a 5-year anniversary for a professional couple?
An exciting? Well, we meant to put a poll up about this, Harmack.
I wouldn't even know what to.
I'm thinking of suggestions here. For a 5-year anniversary, what's a good place to go to? A good date.
No, for a professional couple.
Professional couple.
I don't know what that is. I am
Are you
nowhere
like
near.
Is it like two attorneys? Are we talking like two? Here's the go-to safe answer. You wear these first of all indoors. Fuck it. Who cares?
Oh, you got to.
Fuck it.
You have a statement to make. Damn it.
Now I know this is hard with COVID. You might have to wear a mask. Maybe if this is when COVID's over, you could do this. If it ever is over. I say when it's over, like it's going to be over tomorrow. What I say is, you go down to a nice, hopefully none of you are vegan, go down to a nice steakhouse. Now, I'm not talking like Longhorn Steakhouse. I ain't talking like Roadhouse or whatever. I'm talking you go to like Delmonico's is in several states. You go to a nice place like Delmonico's or your local nice-ass steakhouse. And you just tell her, assuming this is your wife or your husband, whoever, you say,
right.
You order anything off the menu you want because I got these glasses and they only cost me $3. So I have the wallet is open. I've got money to spend. I've got coupons, baby.
I'm wearing garbage bags so I can pay for your dinner.
And talk real smooth to the waiter, and they may knock 10% off your bill. I'm just saying. There you go. There's your answer. There's your answer. You got anything you want to put in there, Harmack? Any input for you?
No, you know what? That was a good idea, but then again, at the end of the night, though, you got to take her out to like maybe a club, not a hole in the wall type place.
You can't do that right now, not with COVID, especially clubs.
Well, you really can't do restaurants either.
You can social distance in a restaurant. A lot of restaurants are doing it.
But you can go to one of those outdoor bar things that they're doing now because of this.
There might be outdoor seating at some of these, but you gotta keep it classy, man. You gotta keep it classy.
Right.
And nothing
Well,
says
there's plenty
classy
of
like a
classy
big
places.
juicy ass steak.
Oh yeah, you got to, I mean, but you got to finish. I mean, the dinner's great, but you got to have some sort of entertainment, even though it is a lot difficult right now with everything to find good entertainment. I don't know, a nice drive through the countryside or something.
These are professionals, Harm. We don't know what type of field they're in. A
I don't
countryside
know.
drive
That's
might
why
not be too professional.
well, all right, but professional can mean so many things,
If they can give us a little more detail on the professional,
Yeah.
as what
I mean,
field it
I wouldn't
relates to,
answer
I
it.
can probably better answer that question. But my go-to, like, just date, if you want to keep it nice and classy, professional, if you will, is always a big steakhouse. Just keep it
Oh, yeah.
nice. Just keep it nice, keep it classy. I'm getting yelled at in the Slash Streams chat because I'm getting yelled at for ignoring.
Okay, go ahead and go through this. That's the only things he's asked.
So
He
here
hasn't
we go.
asked
We got
anything
Del
since.
Del Griffith join. Del Griffith's in the house.
Oh,
How you doing, Del?
you dick.
What's the dealio with your advertising Jack in the Box? They're nowhere near Cleveland, where the show is from.
Okay, what the hell? All right, do they not get that we
That's the
don't
second
pick
complaint about commercials on Twitch. I don't. Thank you for
we don't.
thank you for the 3
They're like-
cents. I mean, that's all we get.
They're like YouTube. They just randomly pick them before you see a video.
Yep.
You really think that people on YouTube, the creators on YouTube, are picking their commercials? No, we're not picking ours. For all we know, there are so many times because it'll show you come in the chat room, like my bot when I'm streaming will come in. When you come in, it'll be like, Del Griffith, welcome to Harmack 1. Right off the bat, I say, hi, what's up, Del? And then I'm realizing, shit, I'll bet you he's watching the damn ad right now and doesn't even hear me. So I almost in my head, I'm counting to 30, and then be like, what's up, Del? How's it going? Because the ads suck, but I on my end don't even realize that they're being played. That is all on Twitch's end, man. They pick the commercials, not us. So I mean,
I don't know how many more times we can say it, Harmack.
I don't either.
I really
but,
don't.
Then again, they still want the British chick back on my channel.
The British spot, yeah.
I don't agree.
Del Griffith asked, "Why shave your hair? Wear it while you can.
Yeah.
Wear it and keep it
Well,
proudly."
some of us aren't follically impaired, my friend.
I was shaving my head. I was doing a zero for a while during the summer because I hate messing with my hair in the summertime, especially on a day like today when it was 95 degrees out. Yeah, I'm throwing gel in my hair and it's fucking 95 degrees outside. My hair is sweating.
It sucks because the one thing I remember when I did have the long hair, the one thing that did suck is if you put gel in your hair and then it's 95 degrees and humid, it literally turns back into gel in your hair. Yeah. It doesn't dry and it's just freaking gross and you look like you haven't showered in a week. I hated it.
Phil said he just shaved his hair today. It's too hot. That's exactly. See, if it wasn't for my wife, I would do the same. My wife is the one that's like, no, you're not going to go to zero. You're going to look like a bald cancer patient. No offense because people have cancer. You look like a bald cancer patient. I'm like, no, I don't. Just let me enjoy my life. And she doesn't let me do it.
Yep, and you got to say yes, ma'am. We all do.
She's been cutting my hair during COVID. Man, it's weird. All I've dated are stylists in my life. I've just now kind of realized that.
They're stylists, and they think
Quite a few have done cosmetology classes and things like that, and I never thought of that until now. I'm like, shit. Okay, that's random thought. I don't know.
They think they know your hair better than you know your own.
I know. Just let me do what I want. Damn it. You want to see Phil gets to do what? You want to see Phil gets to do what he wants to do? Why can't I do what I want to do?
That's why Phil's single, living in a closet and eating Oreo.
Those are special. He's eating special cookies or something tonight. He's talking about special cookies that he had. Secret cookies.
He's making s'mores over a candle.
By the way, funny thing about these shades. By the way, did the person was it anonymous or what was her name?
Was
a question or something?
It was random question. Random thought 22.
Random
thought 22. No, they haven't said anything since.
These are the same glasses that I wore whenever I was playing cards on vacation.
Yes, they were. They were your dickhead.
They're a little
glasses.
bent right now, but they're as Del Griffith likes to call, they're my asshole glasses.
That's it. Yes, your asshole glasses.
So now that I found these, I have to leave these up here by my streaming station. I gotta leave them right here.
So if you play another game like that last Resident Evil game, you can put them on and be all pissed off. I would have worn them for days gone, personally.
Yeah. Phil says, I answer to no one but me, and then puts 4 Poggy Woggy. That's what it says when I click on it. Poggy Woggy.
Okay.
In the chat.
You're telling us, Phil. Yeah. Feeling the burn.
So let's recap the week, I guess, here. Let's start. We got to start with like last week. Like, where the hell were we?
Oh, yeah. I was on the highway.
That's right. I got a last-minute call from Mr. Harmack. It's 4th of July weekend. What's going on? I was like, well, did you take your temperature? Yeah.
Every day at work.
Do you have COVID? No. Okay. Do you? No. Are you have a fever? No. Does your wife have COVID? No. All right, I guess we're drinking.
Yeah, so I figured, I'll leave early. I left normally it only takes me about 5 hours to get over there to Slash's place, and it took me roughly about 7 hours. So it really threw me off because over here in Illinois, they decided on the expressway during a holiday weekend to make a 5-lane into a 2-lane all the way to Indiana. So needless to say, it took me to go 20 miles, took an hour and a half. Damn. So yeah, and it sucked. It was so bad. So, but I mean, the cool thing is once I got to the Indiana toll road, it was clear sailing all the way to your house, but or smooth sailing. You corrected me that last time.
Yeah, you said that when you got here. Like, it was clear sailing. I'm like, what? Clear sailing.
Smooth sailing all the way to your place, man. Not a problem. But then, that's the part. On the way back, friggin' didn't get home until almost 8:30, 9 o'clock because of that same damn traffic. This state, I swear to God, picks the worst times to do this shit. It's just annoying.
Road construction?
I mean, oh my God, I swear to God, our state flag is orange and white. I'm telling you, it is. Because they just got done doing construction there, not 6 months ago. And they always
do it again, yeah.
And then they're doing it again.
Phil wants to know if you took your temperature anally.
Well, Phil, I don't mean to burst your spank bank bubble, but no. Sorry. It's an exit only, no entrance. Thanks.
So we did hang out on the 4th of July quite a bit. Mostly outside because it was easier to social distance out there. We did practice social distancing. There goes my microphone. We did practice social distancing. So, if we were in the house, we did wear a mask. That was the rule. Yep. And when we were outside, my backyard patio is like, I have a fire pit in there and there's some seating. So we were able to spread people out. Well, there was like what, like 4
or 5.
4 or 5.
I think it was
maybe?
5 tops.
Yeah. All spread out. So we just had a few beers, enjoyed the night. There was lots of fireworks that went off on Saturday.
Oh man, it sounded like a war zone.
It sounded like Call of Duty in my backyard.
It really, like to the point where we couldn't hear each other across the driveway. It was nuts. Like I'd be sitting on one side of the fire and Omni would be sitting on the other side and we could barely hear each other. It was nuts. It was fun though, but nuts.
Yeah, it went on for a good 3 or 4 hours. Del Griffith showed up.
Yes, he did.
Later on in the night. I do have something to show you.
Oh God.
I debated showing this, but I don't think he's going to care because a lot of it is, it's too dark anyway. I don't think, honestly, I don't think he'd care. But I kept getting these. I have a Ring doorbell, and Del Griffith just purchased 2 of them, and so did you actually. This led to a drunken conversation on the 4th of July about the Ring doorbell. And so Harmack ends up purchasing them on 4th of July that night.
What a great deal.
Yeah.
How could you pass it up?
So I kept getting these missed doorbell rings on my phone because I couldn't hear my alerts going off because of the fireworks. So I decided the next day to go back and figure out, like, what is this? Why am I missing these calls?
Yeah.
It turns out I was being pranked by a certain resident prankster known as Del Griffith. And I'm going to put him on blast here if I can say that. Go ahead and hang on. Oh shit.
What'd you do?
I got to get back to I accidentally showed. There we go. Okay. Nope, don't want that. Don't want that. Okay, hang on. All right. That's what I want. I don't know why that was so hard to do. So this is the footage that I located from what was going on that night, and this was Del Griffith playing a little bit of a prank, if you will. See if I can. Can't unfull screen it though. Hang on. I hate anything Windows does, they ruin it. All right, here we go. This is the security footage.
This thing's always, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, this is a security footage from my camera that night. Hopefully you can hear the volume. Okay, it says 100. Here we go. You can't hear anything at first, but then you'll hear audio in a minute. There's Doug Griffith. He walks up, hits the doorbell. You hear Harmack mocking him back there?
Yeah.
And by the way, this is I don't know if you can see it down here, but it's on July 5th at 2 a.m. is when this prank took place. This is Del Griffith. I think he was passing out at that point. I think he was going in the house to hit the couch.
I don't know. No, not yet. No, it wasn't that. No, that was still early yet.
He had more time.
Oh yeah, he went in to go take a leak, I think.
So
that'd be my guess.
I was wondering what all that drama was on why I kept getting so many. Every time he'd walk in to get a beer or to go use the restroom, he would hit that doorbell and just say random things into it. And so I don't know what you were laughing at him. You must have heard him or something. I
did when he does that. I always laugh at him back.
So
yeah, but he does realize though is if it picks him up walking, it does do the sound. He can still record himself, right? I mean, the doorbell doesn't do much.
It like noise cancels the doorbell going off, and then when the doorbell recognizes people talking,
yeah,
it will then start picking up audio, because I think he was starting to say something. You can hear him say something about going on the couch, or either that or he was making a Phil couch joke. But sometimes he'll reference that couch down there about that couch that Phil defiled when he was here.
Yeah.
He could have been referencing a joke about that. I assume because he said couch that he was going to go to sleep. But you claim he came back out, so I don't know, dude. I was on 10 of these, so it wasn't even. Oh shit! That was a close one. That could have been worse. Ooh, this damn mic stand. I tell you,
got to get a new one.
Pretty much.
Use the one the camera's on. Maybe that one will hold it.
I may have to get I did spill a little bit, but not that much. Yeah, I'm gonna get myself a a rag here. Get
Yeah,
out the contact info, Harmack, while I clean this up.
All right. Well, if you like, if you like to chat with us, by all means, just come on over. Obviously, you're listening to one of us. You can come over to Harmack One or /streams live. Either one of us, we see your messages, but your only messages will show up on /streams. We haven't figured out how to make both chats show up at the same time. I don't think there is a way.
I don't think there is a way either. I've been trying.
Yeah.
If we broadcast it on YouTube, there is, because it somehow it's able to do 2 networks at once, but when you start doing 2 Twitches, it doesn't work. Sadly.
That's why it's kind of weird. If YouTube can figure it out, what the hell, Twitch? Come on,
it's
guys.
not a YouTube thing. It's the service provider we go through is able to use 2 different services at once, but they cannot use 2 Twitch accounts at once. I don't know why that is. Apparently they're only allowed to use 1 Twitch chat. It could be a Twitch restriction for all I know. Okay, I think I got it all. And I'm not wearing any, so that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good. Cheers.
That is a plus. Yes, we definitely need to. No, send a few bits to. If you guys have a few bits to give them there to Omni Slash. He definitely needs to get a new mic stand.
I need new mic stand and some laundry detergent for this shirt now.
There's no way a cop's gonna think I wasn't drinking
on my shirt. We are doing tonight. By the way, I know we said this when we went live, but we are doing bits for beers. That's what we're officially calling it now. So if you donate any bits, if you donate any bits, there will be drinks taken. We're not going to make it ridiculous like that one time Eric was on here, and it was a drink per bit. I think we'll do like a drink every 5 bits, if that is okay. Yep. I think that sounds a little bit more fair to me.
Even so, then the artist formerly known as Chips, that would have been 510. Dude, that's a lot of drinks.
That would have been a lot, but hey, 500 bits is...
Well, let me see if I can do the math in my head. If it's 5 drinks, 1 drink,
maybe 40 drinks. Maybe we'll have to go to 10 or something. Maybe 10 is safer. I don't know. Depends. If we see people throwing
10
them
would
in,
probably be your better bet.
Yeah.
Even 10, that'd have been 50.
I'll go 5 at first. If we start getting carried away, then I'll dial it back a bit and say, okay, now we're gonna go to 10. But so we're doing beers for bits tonight. Get your bits in. Help out the channel. Get me a new arm.
Yeah, no shit.
I really don't. It's whatever you want to do is fine. I don't.
I will send you the link to the one I got because it's good enough to even hold the Yeti.
All of your bits and donations go to benefit both channels here on /streams, both Harmack One and myself. So
that is correct, sir.
Yes. So all right. So we had our 4th of July weekend. It was pretty much a blast.
Thank you.
Oh shit! We got 100 bits coming in here. Oh man.
Oh, Del Griffith.
I'm just gonna drink the rest of this. It's like halfway.
I forgot my beer, so I'm gonna have to chug some of this. It's stupid. I'm sorry, but it's the only thing I'm drinking because I'm on a diet.
I like how Phil did not hear a word we said about the bits a minute ago. I'm drinking the rest of what I had. That's what I'm calling.
Pardon me. It is carbonated.
I like how you're drinking water and you're like acting like you just chugged a full beer.
It's carbonated. What do you want me to do?
Del Griffith says in his donation, Happy Harma Pride Month.
Yes.
I thought Pride Month ended at the end of June, but apparently now it's Harma Pride. Who would have thunk Pride?
Yeah, well, very popular with the streaming community. The Harma Pride Month. And it could go all year long. It all really depends upon the people. It's kind of a people's choice whether there's a Harma Pride Month the next month or not. I actually thought it was last month, but apparently it has been extended now, according to Del Griffith, to this month.
Del Griffith knows what he, excuse me, what he's doing.
You tried to breathe in that beer, didn't you?
Yeah, that always happens.
You can't do that. Yeah, you're trying to give yourself beer COVID. What the hell are you doing?
Beer COVID. I do got the smoker's cough thing. Like my first time I went to my doctor, I got a new doctor like a couple years ago because my other one retired. And I coughed, and it makes like that wheeze cough, like that
Yeah.
you ever watch those cartoons when you were younger when you got the old guy like it's like yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I cough like that just normally.
I coughed like that when I smoked.
Yeah,
So,
and it's
I
like,
know
well, yeah, people, and that's the first question he asked me. How are you smoking? I'm like, none. He goes, you don't smoke, but you have that cough. I'm like, I have asthma. My lungs are,
they're not the best, Doc.
Yeah, I'm like, that is why I cough like that. July is Harmack Pride Month, sweetheart.
Because I'm a young guy, I'm a smoker. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
You hooligans. Always smoking the cigarettes.
Let's discuss this week's streaming review. What we streamed this week. It was an interesting week. I took Monday off because I had technical problems.
His mic stand flopped again.
No, my mic stand was fine. I don't know what was going on with my computer, but I ended up fixing it at a Windows update that took forever. And then I came off of that, and then I couldn't get my sound or my video card to load. So by the time I would have gotten on, it was 20 after 9, which is already 45 minutes late. So at that point, I'm just like, what's the point? So what I did in return is I went 2 hours the next night and finished Resident Evil Revelations.
And he cried all night.
That was Wednesday.
He really loved that game.
That was Wednesday. I went longer. But I did finish Resident Evil Revelations, and I did have my final thoughts during the stream, but I will say that I gave it a 6 out of 10. The dialogue is terrible. The way the story is explained is not good. Voice acting is abysmal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the voice acting. Voice acting kind of reminded me of early day voice acting, back when the PlayStation 1 and Xbox, the voice acting they had in those games. The game that went, from what I was seeing, it really played a lot almost like a Quentin Tarantino movie. It was
dude, they pulled so many stunts during the plot of that. There's one point in one of the final chapters where a guy you have been they keep switching off to different characters the entire game, which I'm fine with that. It's more character development, but whatever. But one of these guys named Parker, he's this big European dude. He gets shot, and I won't say by who in case you for whatever reason want to play it. He gets shot, you basically have to walk him through the boat, which is on fire and sinking, and you gotta walk a girl. You're Jill, by the way. You have to walk this limp dude through the boat and to get him over to where the helicopter is. Well, right as you go through a door, there's a beam that falls, and you get separated from him, and he's hanging from there's a piece of the ground that gets cut in half. And he's hanging from it, about to fall down further into the ship, into his big, giant wall of fire. I talked about this on the stream when it happened, because I cannot believe that they did this.
Yeah.
So they pulled the whole scene where Chris Redfield runs over, grabs him, and he's holding his arm, and he's like, oh, it's been a good run, Chris. And Chris is like, no, you have more left. You have more time. No, that's it for me, boss. Just never forget me. And he falls and dies. Or falls through the fire, this big wall of fire, and he's
never let go, Jack.
He's dead. So I'm like, oh man, we lost this guy that I barely got attached to in this horribly told story. So what happens later on? You watch the ending, and he's rescued by somebody with not a scratch or burn mark on his face, and he walks off the boat.
Dude, for a second, I thought you were gonna say, and he walks on water.
No, he's been shot, and he walks off the boat. And this is I'm led to believe this is hours of time between the end of the final chapter and the time he's rescued. This boat is sinking and burning, and somehow this guy falls through a whole wall of fire and survives. It gives me hope if I ever have a house fire. Yeah. All I have to do is give a dramatic speech to whoever's holding my hand, let go, and do the thing on the way down, and then I'm gonna live. So that was
He literally saw you on the other side.
They just pulled too much of this shit in Revelations for me to take this as a serious Resident Evil installment. Again, like I mentioned, I know it was meant for 3DS. There goes my fucking mic again. I know it was meant for 3DS. I get that. I'm just gonna lower this.
Pardon the noises, people.
There we go. I lowered it. It should be fine now.
There you go.
Anyway, no, Phil, that's not the multiplayer one that just came out. That's the one that came with Resident Evil 3, and I do not know what that is called. And I think I've only played. My God, I think I've only played. It's, you know what? I think a screw needs tightened here is what it is. I need to get a screwdriver after here, and now you got to tighten this. I think that's what the problem is. You got to tighten the elbow. Yeah. Yeah, I gave it a 6 out of 10. It's just not great. It's okay. I got the final chapter. They hit it out of the park. You go to this ghost ship, and it starts being a Resident Evil game. There's a dark environment. There's creepy ass sound effects. There's doors opening by themselves. The last guy you fight is like practically worshiping Satan. And okay, I'm like, where was this the entire fucking game? Like, why? Like, you do this now in the last chapter. This dude.
It's almost like.
What'd you say?
It's almost like, from what I was gathering from watching it, you know how each game obviously has got writers, and they all collaborate with each other to, throw ideas at each other and come out with the best thing. I think what these guys did was just go, all right, you write a script, you write a script, you write a script, and you write a script. And then they forgot the whole collaboration thing and just threw it all together in there. And so you got everyone's different story in there. And apparently that I have to give kudos to the Ghost Ship one. You are the best writer they have.
I guess. Then they have they go to these two dunces. Like, one's a scientist, one's like this just guy that's good with guns or whatever. And so, like, they're looking around for what's going on. They think it's this terrorist organization's coming back that has been wiped off the map. And so there's all these like set up like locations to where this terrorist organization is supposedly operating out of. They finally get to the end in this building, and the guy figures out that the terrorist organization is not real and that somebody they were close to set the whole thing up. And as soon as they find out, they blow the building up. And that's it. And guess who survived? Both of them. At the end, they walk out of the building. I'm like,
what Resident Evil game has a happy ending? I don't know.
Just Capcom, why don't you just kill everybody off? These characters are not going to be in future iterate. Like, what are they? I don't know if they're trying to build a franchise with this spin-off series or what they were doing, but like, I just sat there like, this is horribly told. Like, just kill them off and let it be and be done with it. My last complaint about it was it was too much of a Metroidvania game. Like, Resident Evils will put you in one place for a while where you have to go from, like, in the police station. In Resident Evil 2, like, you're there for maybe
majority of the game,
60% of the game, but you're in various wings of that police station. Sometimes you come back to the main room, but it's not a gigantic maze with a convoluted map. This was a gigantic maze with 3 or 4 different floors with a horrible map like Doom on the Doom 2016. And they're like, oh, go to the bridge. I'm like, where's the fuck's the bridge? I look at the map. It's like, it shows it up over here. But then they got all these little convoluted walkways, and you just have to look at the map and figure out, okay, is this up higher than this one, or is it on the same level? And I'm like, I got lost several times. Thank you. Scales with the 20 bits. Thank you, Scales. That is
Scale.
4 drinks.
175.
This is like a game I wanted to like, but it's not great. Like, play it if you like, but 6 out of 10 for me. And that's being generous, because that last chapter did it.
To be perfectly honest, it's the voice acting that killed me in that game. Whoops.
Can't see half your head now.
I know. I'm fixing the camera, trying to get it set right.
There's a part 2 to it that's supposed to be better, and I think sometime down the line I'll give it a shot, but as of right now, No, I moved on. I'm playing the BioShock DLC that Harmack refused to play when
Yeah,
he went through his
I noticed.
BioShock month.
Yeah, I saw that. It was kind of neat. The one thing I did like about what I was seeing though is it kind of shows what the place was like uh
It's a prequel,
before
I
they had
believe.
the
Yep.
yeah, before the shit hit the fan, and then like towards the middle of the game, all of a sudden it looks like it goes to shit. You know, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yep.
Like
Real,
it gives you the backstory of why it ended up being that way. I thought that was kind of cool.
real quick, do you have anyone in Harmack 1 who has asked any questions or made any comments?
Nope, nope.
Chat's been
They're all over on your side, buddy. Go for
Chat's
it.
been kind
What
of
are they
quiet
saying?
here lately, so if you have any comments, any questions, anything, shout those out. Thank you again for the bits,
Heck yeah.
guys. I appreciate it. We are doing beers for bits or bits for beers tonight or whatever you want to call it. All right, Harmack, you since we've last been on, you finally finished
Days Gone.
Days
Yes,
Gone.
I did.
And I know
I
you
sure
gave
did.
your final comments, but if you want to sum that up in like 30 seconds here, how would you
All right,
sum up
30
your experience with Days Gone?
Story, very, very good. Voice acting, excellent. Graphics, beautiful. Controls, shitty as hell. I mean, like I've always said, you know, I like a game that's got a good story. But what ruined it for me, I mean, if I had to give the game a score, it'd be like maybe a 7.5 out of 10.
It's not too bad.
No, but it would have been almost a 9 to 10 out of 10 if the controls were any good. It's just that sometimes the controls in that game would just do what they wanted to do, regardless of what you wanted them to do. And the motorcycle, I know they were trying to make it feel like natural, but when you're on a controller and you're trying to get this thing to steer left and right, it's like trying to steer a semi truck. It just takes forever, and it shouldn't take that long on a motorcycle. At least I think. I don't know. I don't ride a motorcycle, so I don't know. But I mean, it just, you know, all in all, I mean, I like the stealth aspect of it. That was pretty good. You know, so some parts of the gameplay were good, but when it came down to controls and that damn wheel, oh god, if you play that game, dude, you'll understand what I'm talking about. It's like you see the wheel and it's cut up into pie, you know, pie pieces, you know, and you would think, you know, it wants you to put the analog stick where you want the weapon. And if it misses it, you can't just keep hitting the same way because it won't pick it. You literally have to go back the other way and go back there again, almost like a reset. And it's just like, and you're doing this while an emo bear is chasing you, and
That damn emo
and you
bear,
can't.
man.
And the other thing is like, for example, you know, you're trying to survive this emo bear. You get hit really hard, so you get up, you try and heal, but you can't heal while moving. You can't heal, you know, just, I mean, on any other game I've ever played, even if he's like in the process of getting up and you hit heal, they heal. No, in this one, he stands up, then it takes about a good 2 seconds to heal, and by that point, the thing's on you again. I mean, you don't have a chance to fight. So it's I don't know. It just seemed like for some reason in that game, the controller, the scheme and everything, it just seemed like the timing was off. You know, because I mean, other than that, I mean, I had a ball with it. I really did. I loved the story, and I loved the ending. But yeah, the controls are what ruined it for me. If you do play it out there, or if somebody has, you can let me know if I'm right or if I'm wrong. But if you haven't played it yet and you do, I'm telling you, those controls are going to be the bane of your existence. You know, you won't see it at first, but trust me, it gets to you.
Let's try to find.
Scales tip me 10 bits. Thank you, Scales.
Oh, I'm only drinking them in my chat, buddy. I'm only drinking them.
I know.
I'm just kidding.
I gotta
It
drink
helps
my
us.
ice 'cause
It helps us both out. We're in this together.
I gotta drink my ice though, buddy. I'm sorry I forgot to bring over a beer by force of habit.
Yeah, it's always the same thing. It's always the same thing. So, what did you move on to, Harmack? What did you?
I am right now playing Infamous because I had played the game about back in 2017. And to be perfectly honest, I liked the game, but then I got sidetracked. I think I got like 3/4 of the way through the game, maybe a little bit further. And then I got sidetracked with another game, and I can't remember what the hell the game it was, and then I completely forgot about it. So I figured, you know what? I'll go back and play this, you know. And to be perfectly honest, I'm having a ball with it. I think the story is good. I mean, I'm really curious to see what it's like to do bad side though. That I bet you.
See,
I don't know if the
I
story's
would
much
wait.
different.
If I could give you any advice on that,
Yeah.
I would wait until you play Infamous 2.
Really.
Because the bad side of Infamous 1, from what I remember, is not nearly as good as how they do it in Infamous 2. Infamous 2, there's a whole different final boss fight. It's all different, and I don't want to tell you, obviously, you know, what happens or anything like that, but
Right. Yeah. Don't.
I
do
would
that.
highly recommend saving that idea for 2.
Okay.
That's just my personal recommendation. Even Del Griffith says he had a blast watching you play.
Yeah. No. What? Infamous or Days Gone?
I think he's talking about Days Gone there,
Yeah.
probably.
Oh yeah, you guys definitely did. I'm telling you. Wait till you see. You guys think I was just making excuses. I admit, I'll be the first to admit, I am not that great of a gamer. I'll admit that. And I'm a horrible person when it comes to like shooting and stuff like that. But trust me when I tell you that a lot of it has to do with the controls are wonky as hell. I'm telling you. You'll see what I'm talking about when you play it. Now watch, it'll probably be like awesome for you guys.
It's
you
on
guys
my it's on my list. I probably honestly will not get to it this year.
Yeah.
Because I have so much random stuff that is like how I've been doing things. In case anybody's wondering, is I have been kind of like asking like people who watch regularly, like, what would you like to see next? And so Del Griffith actually threw out the BioShock DLC, and I got to thinking about it. I'm like, I didn't play that, and I played Infinite. I played all the other BioShocks, but I'm like, I didn't play the DLCs. And Del Griffith has always said that they're really good. And Del Griffith was also right about Infamous 2. I really did not want to bring that game back out or even get into that yet, but I played it and I really enjoyed Infamous 2. And I really enjoyed the first DLC of BioShock Infinite, the Burial at Sea episode 1. We're going to follow up with episode 2 on Monday, so if you want to tune in for that, definitely check that out. But I really enjoyed it. And I know that people like UNC Phil were always wondering probably how that DLC was. And I can tell you, you probably don't want to miss that DLC. It was really, really, really good. The next game I go to will probably be something completely different. And I'll give you a hint. It's probably going to be on the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, there you go. Switching it up.
Completely switching it up.
Yeah, the one I'm going to be playing after this, because there's a couple of ones that I have played and beaten in the past, but I'd like to stream them. And it's been a long time since I've played them, so chances are I don't remember much of them. The next one, because I'm going to break it up. I'm not going to do just, Infamous 1, then Infamous 2. I figure I'll put one game in between, then go to Infamous 2. I'm going to do Beyond Two Souls. I'm going to try that one out just to see what people think.
You need to add that Man of Medan to your list, by the way. I saw Phil playing that the other day, but it's called the Man of Medan, Medan, I believe is how you say it. It is It is related to the Until Dawn franchise.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I'll check that out. I'll send you a link. It was recently on sale. I don't know if it is anymore.
Oh. Well, if it does go back on sale, I'll get it. Sure.
What is up, TP Poker?
TP Poker in the house.
Got the TP Poker's Nia Jax Joke of the Week segment coming up in just a while here. Hopefully he sticks around for that. And it's a guaranteed DMCA for the video. Or copyright.
And then the one I think I was already thinking about the game I'm going to play after Infamous 2 would probably be a game that I don't think a lot of people have ever played. I know me and Al did, but it would be Murdered Soul Suspect.
I've never finished that because a glitch hindered my game.
Yeah, you got to be careful. But honestly, I did beat the game and it's definitely good.
I was so mad about that because I got all the way near the end. And I don't know if they've patched it since then, because this was 2015 when I was playing it. But
yeah, this is about when we were both playing it. Yeah.
There was floating enemies at the end where I was at. I'm just like,
Yeah, I didn't get any of that. Man, you must have had a really bad copy.
Yep. I don't know what
No,
happened, but I quit playing
I
it, and then an item got locked out that I needed to get, and I couldn't get it. So like I'm
see,
like,
I didn't.
well, someday I'll come back to that when they decide to patch it. So I would love to see you play it, so that way when I do decide to go back, I can be kind of refamiliar with the game and just finish it,
Yeah,
assuming they've patched it.
yeah. I don't know if they have. I mean, but all in all, yeah, it did have a couple of glitches. I mean, the only one that I really noticed glitch wise was uh the special items you find that glow like a yellow. They'll go away when you're playing, but then when you come back after you load the game again, they're glowing again, but you can't pick them up.
That
That
might have
was
been
the
part of it. I remember something with items that I could not pick up, and it botched a trophy or something, and I'm like, I like the story of that game. Like that's an interesting game that you're right. No one's probably played
yeah,
around here that I think people would like to see because the game was good.
was.
It's just glitched and beyond belief. Like I can't even
You know, I
recommend
didn't.
it unless it's patched and perfectly playable. I wouldn't even recommend it at this point. But if you want to give it a try,
Yeah, I'll give it a try. I beat it once, so I'm sure I could do it again. You know, but
but
it
I
was
liked
it
it.
was
I liked the
definitely.
concept. The
Huh?
concept was cool.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, I like how they like modern day with like old school ghost story kind of thing. It
Yeah,
was really
it
neat.
was one of the
Yeah,
early PS4 titles that it was one of the first ones. I'm like, I remember seeing it at E3. I'm like, that looks like an interesting game. And
yeah.
then I bought it when it came. Actually, I waited a long time, and then I finally bought it for like $10 on a sale. I'm like, man, this game went cheap fast. Now I know why. It was glitched to
Yeah.
shit.
Well, the bad
Um,
part is, isn't it? It's a Square Enix game too. I mean,
yeah, yeah, they
they're
developed
not
it.
known for putting out crap, really. So I
Well,
mean, that's kind
it's
of
the Square Enix of these days is different from the Square Enix of yesteryear. They have all these little
true.
studios now that develop games and they publish them, so they can get more games out. So it may not be Square Enix who's doing it. It's probably like name that studio
Yeah,
making, and they're
yeah.
just slapping a Square Enix logo on it, so people will go, oh, that's a Square game. It's got to be good.
Yeah.
Sadly, you can't
I
rely
mean,
on that anymore.
no, but I can honestly say though, I mean, yeah, the game, from what I remember anyway, I didn't find myself really getting too frustrated with the game. But I did really, I mean, all the way through, the story was excellent. I mean, if you're kind of if you're kind of a history buff like I am, and you're kind of like, you remember in school, like the whole Salem witch trials and stuff, you'll love this game. I mean, it's really good. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's a murder mystery. I mean, it's just really good. And the voice acting's amazing in it. I really liked it.
Like I said, I liked the game. I thought the game was great, and it was something like I've never played before.
Yeah.
But it's just it's riddled with glitch, or at least at the time, it was riddled with bugs. So it wasn't worth me completing it at the time. I was going for the platinum too. I think I was like 60% done with the trophy list. I have to go back and look at it, dude. I haven't touched that game in 5 years, but um,
Yeah.
but I liked it. It
Yeah,
was good.
I think when I played it, they had patched it a little bit because I didn't get any of the glitches you're talking about other than the collectibles.
Yeah.
Everything else was pretty much flawless. So, at least from what I could gather, with your occasional maybe NPC glitching out or something, which was rare.
It was
Where
it
he's like
was no
running in.
Fallout New Vegas glitch though, where I couldn't proceed, where I was trapped
Oh,
under
no.
a stairway.
I remember that. All right, here you go again. Save your game first.
Yeah, auto
Don't get
saved.
stuck.
Okay, great. When's my last save? 4 hours ago.
Under the
What?
that was probably the one. And I hear they did finally fix this um for oh god damn it, for BioShock. Um they had a save feature that if you saved a bunch of times in one, you couldn't save in two. I would say you're
Yeah,
out of
you ran
system
into
on.
that glitch on your stream.
Yeah, turns out you have to delete some of your saves from the original from one in order to be able to use two.
I just read a Phil
Now,
comment. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So now I believe after people have been bitching about it now for I'm going to go about 6 or 7 years now, um, they finally, I guess, supposedly patched that problem, which is good because that first one I played, at least the remastered one, I've never really played a game that locked up as many times as that one did.
I like how you're talking about a game locking up, and right as you talk about it, your picture locked up.
Did it really? Oh, that was weird.
You're talking literally about a game locking up, and your video just stopped. I'm like, well, speaking of lockups.
Me and the camera are on the same page, man. What's Phil saying in the chat? What's the chat saying?
I don't know about you, but I'm quite fucked up right now. Well, cheers to that, buddy.
Oh, that's good. Hey, if I were alone all the time, I would be too. Oh! No, I'm kidding.
Zinger. Got him. Gotcha, bitch.
Sing. Would you like some ointment for that burn?
See, and we were supposed to like hang out after this too, and he's gonna be a mess.
Oh yeah,
Well, that's great.
Well, you might be able to get a couple videos of him saying "peckle" again.
I might.
That
I've been wanting to play that golf game with him. Or was it Mike who bought that? I can't remember, but we've been playing a lot of that Golf Club 2019 on Sundays and stuff, and it's a really difficult golf game.
Yeah, it is.
But I was wanting to play that with him, but he's probably too effed up to even get through that.
Man just couldn't hold on until the show was over, could he?
I don't have any other, to the topic at hand. I don't really have any other games I'm planning at the moment. Like sometimes I'll stare at my library and I'm like, what do I want to play? Like I need something like, there's going to be at one point where I go so far back or so far off the wall that like people are going to be like, what the hell? Like, you know, I'm talking like there may be a time where I bust out like a Wii game or something, you know, like I'm talking going way back because I have every one of these consoles is plugged up to this. I've been I've been starting things off this year with trying to do things that are remotely not popular but just resonate with people, you know, like Infamous that resonated with a lot of people. Now Scales brings up a good point. Do A Way Out. Harmack already did A Way Out with producer Eric.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I did one.
But I did think of another game we could do, and it would be a co-stream. I want to play Resident Evil 5 with you.
Resident Evil 5?
Yes.
I thought it was 3 that was a co-play one.
Resident Evil 5 is a co-op game. And
really?
It
was actually made to be co-op.
Yeah, it's fun. You play online, and we could do it as a co-stream.
Oh.
So, and I think 6 is too, but people don't like 6. I thought 6 was okay, but people don't like it.
Well, I'll give it a shot. We'll probably get to that someday, definitely, without a doubt. I mean,
A Way Out's already been done, and that's in the archives. I don't know. Have you uploaded those to the YouTube channel yet?
Yeah. I haven't uploaded them yet. They are actually that's going to be the next ones I'm uploading Monday.
They'll be on the YouTube channel starting on Monday. It's a couple months ago that was done, or maybe was it last year?
Yeah, I've been uploading. I've been uploading a video a night, and I've just had such a long. I mean, I had a year and a half worth of backlogged videos before we got the web page or before the YouTube page going. So I've been uploading them just to have a backup, you know, and I've got probably about 55% of what I've done up there now. So it's still going.
If you guys have a game like that you would recommend that is co-op and it'd be something that we could play for a few streams that would be funny, definitely make some recommendations, because if it's affordable, then we can both do it, and it's something that Harmack is capable of doing.
Yeah.
He's not very good at FPSs too much, but if it's something that we're both capable of doing, then I would say we can always do a co-stream at some point, you know, where whatever time slot we take, you know.
When I do upload A Way Out, for those of you that didn't see it when me and producer Eric streamed it live, you'll see when it comes to the shooting points, I'm not hitting anything. Eric's doing all the killing.
That was a really good game, though. That's if you have not
It
played
was.
that,
It was
that's
a lot of fun.
pick a friend. Pick a friend that you're. Here's what you got to do with that game. You have to do this. Here, I got to get serious for a minute. Here you go.
Uh-oh. This is serious, Al.
Pick a friend that you really care for, that you really trust, that you're tight with, and play a way out. Because by the end of that game, your friendship will be tested.
It will be at the end of the game.
Can you guys be a cohesive unit? Because you may not be friends after that game. I'm not going to give anything away.
Well, all I know is me and producer Eric, we're still friends. So it worked for us. But this game has been known to cause divorces. So be careful.
Now, you know who I'd like to see play this game on a stream is Scales and Evil 1976. That's what I would like to see.
Oh, shit. That would be hilarious.
I would pay money to see that stream. And it wouldn't take them that long. That game's only like 9 hours long, I think. It's not that long at all.
No, it's not. It's actually a very short game.
Yeah. But
it's still good though.
I remember playing that with I played it with a friend, as I recommended, and I just remember like
I thought you played it with your brother.
No, I played it with Rick 2276, actually.
That's right. Yes, you did. Okay.
A guy I've known for about 35 years, and we played that, and I just remember I've never seen a game do what it does to us. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. I don't want to give out anything more. It's like it's a game that flew so far under the radar, but man, I'm telling you, it's a great game.
It really did. And the one thing I'll say about the ending, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I will give you warning. And even though I was warned about this too, it's going to fuck with your morals. I mean, you're gonna it's going to be just like the bad guy and the good guy on your shoulders at the end, and you're gonna have no choice but you can't just stop. You have to choose, and it sucks because me and Eric are like, oh crap. I mean, me and him are both like, oh man.
The great thing about that game too is that, and this, I wish more games pulled this idea, but you only needed one person to own the game.
Yeah, that was kind of neat.
Player 2 just had to download the demo, but the demo had it was a full game. And in the demo, the only thing you wouldn't do, if you don't care about trophies and stuff like that, then you're fine.
Yeah, you would get trophies. No trophies.
The second player you play with doesn't have to own the game at all. You could just pick a person and say, hey, I'm going to send you. And actually, the game has a way to send a link via PSN. And you get the link, you click it, it takes you right to the free download, and then you download it and you play it. I think more people should play this game because, like I said, it does something in the game that I've never seen done before. And when I was done with the game, I'm like, that game will always be in my memory because of what it did.
Yeah,
there'll never be another game like that, I don't think.
And I think the cool thing is they played on the fact, because you both are working together during this game, not only are you invested in each other, but you're also invested in the characters in the game. It's one of those games where you actually are invested with everything. So it's
lots of plot development, lots of character development.
Yeah, it really is.
You know what's going on by the time that game is over, and it does exactly what I wish Resident Evil Revelations did. It paced very well. And did very well. So check that game if you haven't played it. It was fun. It's going to be in the archives starting Monday.
Yep.
If you want to watch producer Eric and Harmack.
Yeah, I got to find a background pick for it, but I'll have no problem with that. I'll find one.
Yep. All right. So, and coming up next week on the streams, I've got BioShock episode 2, which I'll be starting on Monday. That I heard is about 8-9 hours, so that'll probably be the majority of that week. And Harmack is...
I'll be continuing Infamous. I have no idea how far I am in the game, but I'm going to guess at least close to halfway point, maybe.
Right.
I don't know. You've played it before. Where am I?
Dude, I've honestly, when I'm watching your stream, keep in mind that game, I played that game 10 years ago. I honestly don't remember where you're at. Did they drop the balloons on the people yet?
No.
Okay, when they drop the balloons on the people, then you'll know you're kind of near the end.
Okay, because no, I'm at the part where they were having the drone planes that I had to shoot down.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you what. I just remembered that, and then because I don't know, that game was so long ago. I had to play it 3 times. I kind of just wrote it off, but I just remember there's a part where they drop these balloons on these people, and that's near the end of the game, I think.
Okay. All right.
So.
Well, I haven't even gotten to the 3rd island yet, so.
Oh yeah, you got a little bit to go. It's not an incredibly long game. It's maybe 12 hours or so. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Something like that.
Well, then probably this week might be able to finish it. I don't know.
So
Perhaps. Depending on how many times I die, that really holds us back.
All right, before we get out of here, does TP Poker have a Nia Jax joke of the week? I know he was in there earlier.
Right,
oh, Harmack's taking off.
I gotta take a leak. This diet sucks.
Harmack's taking off here. Well, real quick, we'll read the chat. Does TP Poker have a Nia Jax joke of the week for us? I don't know if he's even still in there. I think he took off. We might not have a Nia Jax joke this week, guys. We might not have a Nia Jax joke. Do we have any final bits that you want to send in here at the end? Is Phil even alive? Is Phil alive at this point, guys? I don't know. Is Del Griffith alive? Del Griffith, the last thing he said was special brownies. Chat has just gone completely dead this week, which is odd. I think everybody's had the special brownies. Look at Harmack. Harmack, the Harmacko cam. Even he's dead. So yeah, so we've got streams Monday through Thursdays, as we mentioned earlier on. You can check those out. We start streaming at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I stream from 8:30 to 10. Harmack takes over at 10. We always bleed the streams into each other. And then Harmack streams till midnight. So you can actually watch nearly 4 hours of programming every night this week. If you tune in to the channel even earlier, you're likely going to find Scales175 streaming something because we host him here. Still is that. Now people are coming back. Scales, LOL. Del Griffith, hi. Phil was in a Dead by Daylight match. Phil, you better sober up, man, because we're going to play something.
I see a big pickle.
Scales, by the way, is going for the Platinum Trophy in Detroit, Become Human. So you want to check that out.
Dude, he's going to be playing that a while.
I know. He said he was up for the challenge, so he's going to do it.
You do realize then, the cool thing is, the smart thing they did in that game is you don't have to keep playing the whole game over and over and over again. You can play each part to get everything done. But they said by the time you do that, you'll have played it technically, if you went from beginning to end, about 17 times. So,
jeez, that's craziness.
Yeah. Well, the thing's got literally, I think it said something like about 60 some endings. So it all comes down to the choices you make. And if you want to try different choices, then you have to play the whole game through to see each ending. So it's going to be long, but if you got the patience, go for it. I didn't, but
I do not believe we're going to have a TP Poker Nia Jax joke this week.
Why?
Because I know he was in here, but I told him we were ready for the joke.
Damn.
I'm going to give him about 5 more minutes here, and then if we don't hear from TP Poker, we're going to probably end things for tonight. So.
Oh, man. Well, then I'll have to think of one. I'll think of something.
We do have a Harmack clip, though, because I know we didn't get to show anything last week, and Harmack really hasn't had any ridiculous-ass clips lately, but he did have this one.
I told you guys to clip it, yeah.
We did clip it. So I'm going to pull it here real quick. Let me go to...
It was funny as hell.
Pause it here as soon as it loads up. And we'll go to this view. Let's get rid of Harmack here. There he goes. Bye-bye, Harmack.
Ooh.
All right, so we're going to pull this up here. All right, so Harmack was playing some Infamous, and he collided with a train.
I did.
This is pretty interesting. Just keep an eye on the track and Cole McGrath there.
Yep.
Hi.
Ooh,
Damn, that was... Oh, shit.
I like how he bounced off the building.
That.
Hi.
Like, watch him bounce off the building there.
Ooh, damn, that was... Oh, shit.
And into the water.
Somebody clipped...
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, somebody clipped that.
Hi.
Train just flew me into the water, man.
Oh,
Somebody please clip that. That was hilarious.
The reason that happened is I'd gotten off the track, and doing the rail slide, and because that part of the game is kind of loud, it's hard to hear the chat, at least through my headphones. I mean, on the stream it sounds fine, but for some reason my headphones, someone was saying something, so I turned my head to go and take a look.
There was just a bunch of people saying hi to Scales.
I know, but I didn't realize that. So I turned my head for a second to look, and I swear to God, I mean, any other time I'd have been on those rails, a train wouldn't be coming by at all. And I looked back and if you notice, my character didn't even move because I didn't have time. Because by the time I realized what the hell is going on, I was like, oh shit, I had no choice. But it just nailed me. I went flying, man. I was like, wow. I was like ragdolled all over the place. I'm like, oh my God, somebody clipped that. That's hilarious. I have never known a train to do that to somebody, but that was literally fun. And the freaking weird part is it the initial hit didn't kill him. It was the water that did. So he's a tough guy. That Cole, whatever his full name is, he's a tough guy.
He's a tough guy.
I can honestly say though, I do love the story of this game. It's not bad.
Play Infamous 2, dude. I'm telling you, play Infamous 2.
I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying though is that I do like the story in this so far though. It's kind of neat. And I'm sure 2 is a continuation of the main story from this one, or is it complete?
Kinda.
All right.
All I'm gonna say about that. I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah, don't do that. So yeah, so after I play it'll be Beyond Two Souls and then Infamous 2. So
I don't want to give away my next game just yet. I'm not totally decided on it, but I think it's definitely going to be a Switch game.
They had a deal going on, and for $50 I was able to get like 4 AAA games.
Did you take a look at the sale this week that they had on the store? There's a July sale or something going on?
No, I didn't even know that. I know they had a summer sale going on. I didn't know they had a July sale going on.
Yeah, check that July sale because they had a couple games on there. Oh wait, we got our TP. Wait, oh that's not a Nia Jax joke. That's just TP Poker with a Tamina joke. TP Poker, you went away for a minute, but we're ready to do the Nia Jax joke of the week segment.
We stalled everybody enough. Come on.
Yeah, I was about ready in 2 minutes. I was about ready to call it because I had a poll already picked out. In fact, I'm going to save that poll because that's a good one. I like that poll.
That's what every stripper says.
Yeah, an idea I got from Mr. Del Griffith, actually. All right, TP Poker, we got to go to your segment here. Now that I know that you're here, we are ready each week. Actually, I should say each stream that Harmack does, or sometimes myself, TP Poker will come in and have a joke about a WWE women's wrestler, Nia Jax. She's notoriously known for injuring people and just kind of being an all-out slob.
Pretty much.
Oh, he says he's dry today.
Oh.
Did we clip any from this week?
No, we didn't.
No, I might have got one.
Do you think you did? Really?
There was 618 with Prostitute. We already played that one.
Yeah, no, that we did.
TP Poker have nothing on him? TP Poker Nia Jax joke 2. I'd have to skim through all of these clips.
Damn.
to find. I know I clipped one in a couple. He said something about clip one on Monday because I made a good one, and I clipped it. And the way Twitch does their clipping is they don't put anything in order.
Yeah.
So like I had to dig for that. Harmack hits a train head on. There's one TP Poker Nia Jax joke 615 that was probably already played.
Yeah, that was definitely played.
Oh, wait, he's got one. He's got one.
Oh, okay. All right.
Let's go to the. We may not do a poll on this one. We'll just read it.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. The Nia Jax joke of the week. Here we go. All right. Before we get copyright striked on that one, which we probably already will anyway,
you got to change the background to that.
I thought Skills was sending me over some MIDI version of.
He tried to. What the person used was a program that will turn regular music into MIDI, but then they didn't patch it, so it's all pianos. So it's like it doesn't work at all.
Damn it.
So no, and because most people don't do MIDI anymore, it's hard to find.
If anybody's got some like free play Nia Jax music, please send it our way so I can.
You can just go onto Spotify or something and just look for like. You want to just do like maybe like because that kind of looks like a cool like gothic kind of thing, just like like a cinematic kind of.
Look, here's what I'll just tell you. YouTube has made it so impossible to make a buck off of a video anyway. I personally don't care if they copyright strike or not copyright strike. They're not striking. They're just
claiming.
They're just claiming. I don't care if they claim each of these shows. I do these shows for the viewers of Slash Streams and of Harmack One.
True.
I don't do them to make money on YouTube. If people donate their bits, that's great. We like it. We'll drink the beers that go along with it.
Sure.
I appreciate everybody who has actually donated tonight. That's very kind of you and very much appreciated. It does help out. But I don't care. If we play the Nia Jax theme in this, I'm totally fine with it because I'm not looking to make any more money. These are just simply for...
It's a hobby.
It's simply for the listeners and the viewers of Slash Streams. I don't give a shit.
Good paying jobs. This isn't our life.
I don't give a shit if we don't make a buck off this. I don't care. I'll play Nia Jax's theme. You know what? I'm so fucking fine with it. I'm just gonna fucking play it again.
Because all right.
There. I think I hit it too early though, but that's fine.
Andy,
I prematurely dumped it. Sorry.
You did. You're bad at your controls.
We got two Nia Jax jokes now. I'll read both of them to you.
All right, let's go for it.
Here we go. Here's the first one here. Nia Jax is so big, Thanos had to snap twice to kill her.
Not bad. Not bad.
All right, and there's the second joke. Nia got a job at Petco. It's a model.
She's a model.
All right, dude. For you being dry tonight, that was not too bad. I give it that.
The second one I like a lot better than the first. She got a job at Petco as a model. Nice.
All right, so there you go. There's your Nia Jax.
How much is that Nia in the window?
Woof, woof.
Woof woof. The one with the flabby ass tail.
Damn.
Anyway, go ahead.
All right, well, that's your Nia Jax joke of the week. Lastly, to end the show, we've got the poll of the week. This one was, I'm not going to say it was written by Del Griffith. I'm just going to say it was asked previously by Del Griffith. Maybe even recommended by Del Griffith.
Possibly pushed upon you?
Possibly pushed upon me and recommended during a drunken night. Oh, we have a Harmackopedia as well.
Yes, you do. Why don't you do
that? I'm going to play that before we go to the poll. So, we did this on the Escape Show all the time. The show we used to do on Fridays. We have a whole, if you go to theescapeshow.com and click on the Harmackopedia, it's still up. There's actually a whole book of words that Harmack has kind of made up over time.
Yeah. Your constant brain fart type of thing.
They mostly have spanned from a brain fart. There's words like Nintendo Cube, meant the GameCube. Xbox 3. I don't know what he meant there.
360.
There's a bunch of different terms. You can go to theescapeshow.com, click on the link there, and read all of them. It's fascinating. Watch all the older shows. You'll get a lot. So because we haven't done The Escape in a while, and because we've been doing this on Fridays now, this Just Chatting show that I'm legally required to say. Not legally, but you know.
I was about to say, it says who.
Can't say show. It's a Just Chatting show.
You just said...
Anyway, I don't want to offend nobody. Anybody mad?
Wait, what is TP Poker saying?
I'll come in heavy next week, no pun intended. I was counting on the clips. Listen, I'm going to tell you one thing about the clips, and then we'll play this Harmackopedia here. You are so much better off either clipping it yourself or asking like someone like Del Griffith to clip it, because when all this is going on, I'm typically working on getting a YouTube video uploaded and getting my archive done on my own channel. So same. I'm really, I get really like busy around those times, and half the time I miss them because I'm not paying attention. Sometimes my wife will come down here and talk to me. Sometimes I have to let the dogs out. I have to get my laundry ready for the next day. Sometimes I miss them completely. So you're better off just like either, I would say clip them yourself. Before you make the joke, just get a stream loaded, or actually do it on your own stream. Once you hear it, like on your phone or whatever you're listening to, just click on that little, looks like a little movie clipboard. Just click on it, and then it goes...
Clip replay, or...
No, it goes back 30 seconds. Like, as soon as you hear the joke and you hear Harmack's response, click the little clipboard, little movie clipboard thing. It's in the play window. It's on the Twitch app on your mobile phone, or it's on Twitch itself. And then just hit that, and then it loads up another window on your phone or on your computer, and then you just adjust the little slide bar to get how much of the joke you want to get. If it's within that 30-second time frame, you're fine. You can go up to a minute. Just clip the joke, and then name it TP Poker Joke whatever date, and then I'll go back that week when I'm doing show prep, and I'll grab all those jokes. That's what I would recommend, because I miss half of them, sadly. The only time I ever get them is when somebody goes, oh, TP Poker had a great joke on Monday. It was right around the 10:30 or 10:45 time, you know. Then I can go back and get them. But if you don't get the time or anything, like it's like a needle in a haystack for me. I have to go back and practically watch the entire show.
Yeah.
So, I mean... So, yeah, that's you're better off just doing that, honestly, but... I'll try to clip them, but if I'm around, I'll definitely clip them. You know, I was around for Harmack clipping the train thing. I heard him yell, "Somebody clip that!"
Because when you're streaming, you can't clip. So
yeah, I heard somebody yell, "Clip that!" And so I was around. I was in another window, but I knew to minimize and just hit that little movie clipboard thing. Then I went back and watched it. I'm like, "Oh yeah, that was definitely worth it."
Yeah. So TP Poker, if you're gonna say one, just you know, make sure you clip it, then just send it to Al.
Yeah, it's not that hard to do. Like, just literally just have the playback on your phone or whatever device you're watching on, and once you hear Harmack's bot say the joke, and hear Harmack laugh or whatever afterwards, then just hit that button, and then basically save the clip, and it'll be, and just name it TP Poker whatever date.
Yeah,
and then I'll go back to that whole week and go, oh, here's TP Poker's 5 jokes. Which one was the best?
Yeah.
And if there was a few that were really funny, I'll play all of them. You know.
Yeah. They were all. I remember some of them going. I remember laughing at some.
I usually laugh at all of TP Poker had a really good Tamina joke a couple days ago.
Yeah, he did.
And I was like,
can't remember what
if the segment was about Tamina, I would have used that one.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to add Tamina into this segment. I don't know.
There you go.
But anyway, that's TP Poker's joke of the week. Now we're going to add this Harmackopedia. And I knew that at the time when Harmack said it, that because of the amount of alcohol we had been consuming, that we would not remember this the next day. So I told Harmack to make a clip out of it, which he called my phone. And this is the new Harmackopedia right here. As it downloads. Oh, wait. No, it's not going to play.
Oh, fail.
Why would my voicemail play? You can't put that on speaker?
Sure you can.
Oh, here it is. I got it. Here we go.
When Harmack says revelation, he means actually revelation. Relevation is receiving revelation when going up an elevator. Harmackopedia.
There you go. Relevations.
Relevations.
This
I was
week's
like, damn it.
Harmackopedia that we are adding into the.
That was about 10 or 11 beers in that one.
Yes,
yeah.
you could definitely tell. Could
Oh,
definitely
yeah,
tell.
I was drunk. Oh, yeah.
All right. So last but not least, we have the poll of the week, as we were saying, was inspired by Mr. Del Griffith, and this week's poll is this. Should be on your screen right now. Maybe not. Don't tell me it broke. Oh wait, here we go. Start poll. Next week, should Harmack play until 12:30? Every time Harmack is streaming, Del Griffith asks him if he'll play an extra half an hour, and Harmack says no. But should Harmack actually change his mind this week? Vote now. Should Harmack next week? Should Harmack play until 12:30?
Shit.
All you have to do to vote, by the way, is type 1 or 2 in the chat. Oh shit, we got Shale 101 here.
There you
He's
go.
lurking. Evil 1976 pops in right at the end here.
People have impeccable timing.
I know. Don't forget to get your votes in because it's going to end in another couple minutes here. We'll give this one 3 minutes. Is that fair? Oh, Harmack is the only. You can't. Oh, you voted no?
Hell yeah.
Gotta
You guys
give
don't
the
understand.
people-
When I get done, you do it. When I get done with this, I have look.
You got to give the people
It's
what they
11
want, Harmack. You got to give the people what they want.
Yeah. Well, I also have to give work what they want too, which is an awake me.
This is your work. This is your job, Harmack. You work for Slash Streams now.
until Slash Stream pays my mortgage, I don't work for Slash Stream.
Oh, with all these bits for beers that came in tonight.
Well, no, I mean, it's just that when I get done with the stream, it's not like I just immediately go to bed. I have to download this thing, which takes for Twitch for freaking ever, because it constantly sits there and is preparing for about 10-15 minutes. Download that, and then in the process of that, I'm also uploading one of the archives to YouTube from my past archives.
All I hear is whining.
By the time I get done, it's like 11:45.
Here, I have a relevation for you. Stop whining.
Okay, all right.
Every week, if
If
you have a
people
poll that you'd like to see for next week, by the way, you can always submit your poll. Did you show the Harmack throwback? I did that a couple weeks ago. No, I did that on my stream. I'll bring that back up for next week. I have to get the image again.
What's that?
The OC throwback.
The what? I couldn't hear you. The music drowned you out.
The
What?
OC throwback. The image he showed.
Oh, yeah.
Keep in mind, Shale, this is not a talk show. This is a just chatting show.
Just chatting program.
Things of that nature, we don't know if we can air due to, due to woke reasons.
Yeah.
I got about another 10 seconds here.
Woke reason. Nice. Oh, shit.
Then we're going to end a stream, and we're going to end the poll right now. Even though the music started again, I did not want that to happen. All right, let's get our poll results here. And it's unanimous, Harmack. You have to pick a day next week and play until 12:30 because 86.7% of our chat decided that you should play until 12:30.
Del, what time do you start work early next week? I'll go late that night. And you better be there, because if I find that you left, I know where you live. I will leave a burning bag of diarrhea on your porch.
Ooh, damn.
And trust me, you'll know it's me. You've got a Ring doorbell. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, he'll ring your doorbell a bunch of times.
I'll look dead in that camera. I'll be like, "This is your fault."
All right, here's what we're going to do because we got some new people that came in here. We're going to end things here in roughly About
Drop your mic
10
way.
minutes or so. Yeah, that's because wind of what I'm trying to do here. All right. We are doing bits for beers tonight, so if you have any bits you would like to donate to keep the show going to help us out, you can get those bits in. You have 10 minutes left to do that.
What are they saying in the chat there?
For every 5 bits, I will drink a drink out of whatever I just opened. And that was a White Claw Natural Lime.
Huh. It's just like the last one you had, wasn't it?
That was 2 ones ago. I had this other flavor, mango.
Oh, mango. How is that one?
It's okay. All the
You
White
like the
Claws
lime
are just
though.
okay. The lime one in particular, I think, is the best.
Ah.
And then there's a
So
shit
what-
ton of like Mick Ultras in there too, and other various beers that I haven't even gotten to. That were left
But,
over from the 4th of July.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was about to say, if you didn't, when you went to go look for beer, I was like, if you don't have any beer in that fridge, I'll be damned.
No, I had to go clean the whole patio because when you have a bunch of drunk people, or not a bunch, when you have 5 drunk people, social distancing, by the way, that are drunk and just throwing their cans everywhere, or beer caps, or, you know. Oh, shit. We have 10 bits from Mr. Scales. 1 to the 7 to the motherfucking 5. That
Oh,
is
there you go.
2 drinks right here for me.
2 drinks, baby.
1, 2, 2 drinks.
Drinks.
Yeah, I had to. I'm glad you got that reference. I was wondering if anybody would get that.
Oh, yeah.
The
I
owl. Can you get to the center of the Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop?
never known without
1,
chugging.
2.
Ask Mr. Alcoholic. You know, yeah.
No, when you got a bunch of people making a mess out there, and they have to clean it up the next day. So one of the things I had to do was empty the. We have like a rollaway cooler that sits outside. Yeah,
That's well. I remember that.
Oh shit! Now we've got UNC Phil has cheered a. Oh, it's a Harma Pride bit. Got to drink 5 for Harma Pride.
Arma Pride bit.
Harma Pride bit. Thank you, Phil. That was very nice of you. But no, they were all there. There was like probably 30 beers left in this rollaway cooler. Which, by the way, the next day it was like 93 degrees outside. I went to work, came home, and the beers were still ice cold.
I told you, man. That thing is fucking awesome.
And we have 5 bits from Mr. Shale 101. That's 1 drink.
That's 5 Harma Prides there.
5 Harma Prides. Everybody's down with celebrating Harma Pride Month. Very nice of you guys. No, but I ended up with like 30 drinks in that cooler, so I loaded them all up here and took them in. Now I'm drinking those.
Hey, you're set, man.
I'm set for a couple weekends. I don't usually drink all that much. We have another Nia Jax joke here. We have Nia Jax was such a huge baby, she was baptized in the Pacific Ocean.
And even only then they could dunk her head in.
Oh, man. So what are you up to this weekend, Harmack? You got any big weekend plans?
Actually, no. I because of last weekend, I'm taking it easy this weekend. I am just probably just going to be tomorrow night chatting with you guys. So,
Bring your golfing
other
shoes.
than that, probably
tomorrow.
not much.
Bring your golfing shoes tomorrow. Play some golf, man.
There you go.
I do want to get some golf in this weekend. It's actually finally tomorrow supposed to be cooler than usual. And what I mean by usual is this week, it's been in the mid-90s every single freaking day.
Mm-hmm.
And our central air died a few years ago, so I have like one little 12,000 BTU air conditioner upstairs to cool off the entire floor. I have one down here in the man cave, but I replaced it. All right, I bought a replacement 18,000 BTU unit. Try to get a little bit more power up there. Producer Eric is like sweating his freaking head off up there.
Did you ever get that put in?
No. We're gonna end up moving it to one of the back rooms because I'm gonna try to blow the air down that hallway and into the kitchen area, and hopefully it disperses out. There might be another fan we put in that kitchen to blow it into the other room in front of it. I'm
Yeah.
hoping. It's going to be a science project, if anything.
Because as big as that, as 18,000 BTUs should be able to cool off and upstairs pretty easy.
We'll see. I don't know, man. It's so weird. Like down here, it's like probably 65 degrees right now with the AC on. But if you go up there's stairs like right to the right of me. And if you go up these stairs, the minute you get halfway up those stairs, it goes up 10 degrees, like immediately. Like the air is stagnant. It's not moving anywhere. So like it's just cooling this area off. So like if you go up these stairs, like you go up to like 85, 90 degrees.
Does that indoor one that you have still work somewhat, or?
It cools my living room down to like 78 on a 95 or 94 degree day.
Yeah, I used to cool it down a lot more.
It's just old. It needs replaced, and that's what I'm planning on doing. But I had to dump 500 on this new unit.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't work, I'm gonna be taking it back because what else could I buy with
take it apart to bring it
$500?
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Oh, we got a big congratulations here to Mr. TP Poker. I can't believe this dude is married, and that's a compliment because you have so many different diva jokes. Like tomorrow is his wedding anniversary, guys.
Ah, happy anniversary. How many years, man?
Yeah, we got to find that out. How many years, TP Poker?
His answer is going to be too many.
How many divorces, TP Poker? Hopefully none. I'm just making a joke. Hopefully none. I would never wish that on anybody.
My first year anniversary with my 7th wife.
Here's the thing about TP Poker that I'm quite confident of. I bet you that on this stream, he's like the TP Poker you want to party with. You know what I mean? Like, that's the guy you would like to go to a bar with, get completely destroyed, and just have a great time with. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But
definitely.
when TP Poker logs off, it's probably to the wife, like, let's watch
Hi,
a
honey.
movie. Hi, honey. Let's watch a movie. Do you want to watch Oprah today?
Let's watch Lifetime.
Wait, you want to watch the best of Nia Jax's matches? Sure. I love Nia Jax.
Sure, dear. I love you.
That's probably why he is such a he's so much anti-Nia Jax. It's because somebody's making him watch Nia Jax matches.
The wife loves him so much, and he's just like, "Oh my god, this woman makes me want to freaking."
What do you have queued up from the WWE Network, wife? Oh, the best of Tamina. Oh, that's great.
Oh shit. Wait, what is he saying in the chat?
My wife is 10 years younger than me. I did 6 lifetimes, I mean years.
6 years he's been married. Got it.
Well, dude, I'm glad for you, buddy. You
got married on the same time we all did.
I got married in 2014, so this year I'll be married 6 years as well.
Yep.
And Harmack, Harmack's wedding is a whole different thing. What are you? 2010?
2013.
2013.
No, just a year earlier. Yeah, so I'm already on my 6th year.
Harmack trumped us both in weddings. Harmack, who, by the way, when I met him, was completely single. The love of his life was a man named Zed Zorlander. That's right, Shale 101. That was Harmack's and Skates. That was Harmack's other boo.
Oh yeah.
And who else lived with you? Sock
at the time.
Yeah. And it's funny, Harmack is the one that was married before all of us. You were married before Mike, weren't you?
No.
Did Mike get married before you?
Oh yeah, I think Mike got married.
What was Mike, 2012? Yeah. Trying to think out of our group of friends that we hang out with who got married when. I took Al Bundy's advice. TV Poker says the best of Tamina would be a 6-minute clip. Oh, she's been in a lot of great matches. TP Poker, Yeah, you're right. It'd be a 6-minute clip.
It would be, I think.
Literally be a 6-minute clip.
Yeah, they don't
Anything
book
else you
her
want to
right
talk
at all.
about, man? Because we've got a lot of people coming in here. I feel like we should talk about something.
I don't know. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. I'll give a new last call.
All right.
I'll give a new last call. We're gonna end things in about 5 minutes.
All right.
Get your bits in here, guys. If you have a topic you want for us to discuss, I know we were supposed to have a topic for last week, which the week before that was what games were you looking forward to that you picked up and you were vastly disappointed and you vowed to never play them again. That was our last topic of the show. And this week we were supposed to be like, what games were you unexpected about? You played them and you end up loving them. Now I know you probably don't have a list in front of you.
No, I do not.
So we'll have to probably bench that to next week.
I could think of maybe a couple.
See, I want to give it more time because like there's a bunch of them that I probably have to look at in my library to figure that out. I could think of one off the top of my head, Guacamelee. My brother recommended me this game. It's a Metroidvania platformer that is about a guy who is a Mexican wrestler and gets his powers taken from him and his woman. And so you go through the game and you get all these wrestling abilities back and you like do suplexes and stuff on actual enemies. Nice. And it takes place in like Mexico. It's a really interesting game. And like my brother of all people recommended it to me and I'm like, all right, I'll check it out. And I ended up loving it. It was great. All right, here we go. We got some chatters here.
Chatter, bunch of chatter.
I've already seen the best. Here's Shale. I've already seen the best of China. It wasn't worth the hype. I assume that's a porn reference.
Yep. One night in China.
TP Poker. Let's talk about what is the first big thing you will do when COVID is over. That's a good topic.
That is a good.
That's a good topic. We're gonna hit that right now.
Yeah.
Man, we got a bunch of them coming in here. Let's talk about how many moo-moos it takes to cover you in Nia Jax's body. All right, let's take these one by one. Guys, fire off your let's talk about it. We're going to do this every week. We're going to have a segment with this. This is great.
Yeah.
Fire off your let's talk about blah, blah. Let's say, let's talk about blah, blah, blah. Keep it like simple. I don't want to talk about like the history of the United States.
Politics or any shit like
just
that.
keep it like something stupid or something simple. Let's talk about this. And then we'll hit them one by one and go all the way down. Yeah. I love this. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about the first big thing you'll do when COVID is over. Harmack, go.
Me, I'm going to Bourbon Street. It's a bar right by my place. I haven't been there since this thing started, and they have like awesome bands and stuff. I'm sure it's going to be a freaking awesome party there that night.
All right. So that's a bar. Bourbon Street's a bar,
awesome.
Correct?
Yeah, it's a bar / club. You were there. You've
yes.
been there.
I'm trying to get you to tell the audience.
Oh, it's a bar. It's basically a 3-piece bar. It's got a front stage with a rock band, a backstage with a rock band, and then a club in the back, like a dance club. Mm-hmm. So, and then it's also got a beer garden. The place is huge, but it's freaking awesome.
All right.
So that's what I'll probably do.
I am going to go, when COVID is over, I'm going to go to either Outer Banks or Myrtle Beach and party.
Oh, yeah. You know
my
what?
My wife has been trying to plan like a trip. I know she talked to you about it when you were up here. We're trying to plan some type of like group to go down, and she wanted to plan it actually before the 4th of July weekend. She was trying to book a house in Outer Banks.
Yeah.
And then like all these states started like putting like almost they were threatening travel bans again.
Yep.
And then they right now started mandating mask wearing, at least where we live.
Yeah.
But so my wife kind of like, she's like, well, let me give it a couple weeks. Let me pull back a little bit. So the first thing I do when COVID is over, I'm going on vacation. That's
what I agree with you. You know what? That's when we'll plan that trip. That'll be fun. Yeah, definitely.
That's what I'm doing.
After I get back from Bourbon Street.
Yep. And I want to go to a bar. I hate it because like the whole time before all this, like I was always like, I'm sick of the bar scene. Like me and Del Griffith and Rick 2276 were hitting up the bar up here like every week for like almost like 2 months, 3 months maybe. And I'm like, man, I'm getting sick of this bar scene. Like, I just want to drink at home, and
Yeah.
But now I miss it. I would love to have a draft beer sitting in front of me, and I can't.
It's one of those things you don't think you're going to miss it till you can't have it,
Yeah.
That's the sucky part. Because there was a point where I was like, you know what, I don't feel like going to a bar. It's just the same damn thing. Now it's just like, oh my God, I just want to drink at a bar.
All right, we got the next question here.
All right, what is it?
All right, the next one is, how many moo-moos it would take to cover Nia Jax's body? 6?
Well, moo-moos to cover Nia Jax's body. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Well, how much fabric do they have in China where they make the moo-moos? And how many years would it take to make all the fabric? I'm going to say it'll take about 1,000 moo-moos and 5 years to make the clothes to put it in her. Yeah.
All right. You said 1,000. Damn. I thought I was being nice with 6. You're completely burying her.
I'm just being honest. Hey, honesty. Hey, the truth hurts. What can I say?
Let's see here. TP Poker, did you guys do the poll of what game it was that you didn't accept to be great that was great? No, we're moving that to next week.
Yeah, we're moving that to next week.
We just talked about that.
Think about that because
that's going to be for next week.
Yeah, I've only recently started playing games all the time now, so I don't really.
I didn't have a chance. I was busy at work all day. I didn't have a chance to sit and think about it or look at my library. So we're gonna cover that next week. That'll be the next week's main topic of the show.
And it's probably gonna be a lot of real old school like Nintendo games. Personally,
a lot of them probably would be. Yes.
Because I mean, back then it was like it was literally a 50-50 shot the game you got was going to be good or not.
And again, if you want us to talk about this before we end the show, with the start of the whole thing is let's talk about. That's the whole segment. We just gave birth to it.
Yeah. It's a boy.
It's a boy or not.
It's a question.
The next one is let's talk about skates.
Oh God, not him again.
What's Skates up to tonight?
He's working a 16-hour shift.
That's what he told me. He said he was off recently and then he went back to work tonight.
He was on furlough, was supposed to go back to work tomorrow.
Oh, they furloughed him.
Well, no. When you work for the police department, you have to take one furlough a year. It's a paid furlough. Oh,
wow, I didn't know that. Oh, that's not a furlough. I thought a furlough was when they just dock you.
No, a furlough is not technically your vacation time. It's time that you've earned over because the city does not allow you to keep saving time. Mm-hmm. So eventually they force you to use it.
Oh, okay.
So they demand that you use it. So what a furlough is it's a city mandated time off with pay. You still get paid because it's time you deserve.
Okay.
But it's to keep you from getting so much time that you can almost take a year off, because if not, then they have to start paying you your time.
In my work, that means something totally different. They actually furloughed like almost half the office, and they're still out of a job right now. That means they can bring them back, but I think in this COVID world that we're in right now, they're not bringing them back.
No, not until this shit's calmed down.
Oh.
Yeah. What's going to happen is just people have to start taking the shit seriously. And then once they do, this will get fixed. But until then, you've got, you got the Karens going into the stores, I got a medical condition. Really?
Yeah, TP Poker even said furlough is generally unpaid time off.
Yeah, generally it is, but it's what they call it with the police department. My dad always had to take them too.
You can get unemployment on furlough though, by the way.
Well, yeah, you can if you're not getting paid for it.
Yeah, well, that's what TP Poker is saying.
Oh, yeah. But he was supposed to go back tomorrow, and they asked him if he could come in and work a double. So it's 16 hours.
TP Poker says he's going to go on a boys' trip to somewhere special when COVID is over. Del Griffith says, I'm going to the flats when this is over. I haven't been to the flats in forever. You know what I missed is when we went on that boat. It's actually your Twitch profile picture in the background when you're not streaming.
That was last year.
Yeah, there was when we went on the Good Time, which is a boat over here in the flats. And Del Griffith was supposed to go and got there too late, and the boat pulled away while he was pulling up.
Yeah, we saw him pull up too.
Yeah, poor Doug
man.
Griffith. I'm like, oh, you missed.
He
Yeah,
was
that was a great time.
pissed.
That was a great time.
It was fun. I'd
Um,
definitely do that again. That was a lot of fun.
Yep. And then let's see. Bars are great when there's nice eye candy.
Yeah, oh yeah. And the drunker you get, the more eye candy there is.
It's true.
True point.
That's true. Now, if you're in the men's restroom, unless you
And
unless
they
you
look-
swing that way,
It's time to go home.
it's time to go home.
It's time to go home because you are done being fucked. You have passed fucked up.
Let's see, how many cows died to feed Nia Jax tonight?
Well, at least a herd, I would say. One herd. trying to save the ozone layer from the cow farts and stuff.
Yeah,
So she's kind of, in a sense, doing that. She's helping our world.
I'll agree with you on that one. All right, and lastly, Del Griffith says, and yes, I want to go on the good time. That's Del Griffith responding to the good time
Yes.
comments. Do we have any more let's talk abouts? Because we're going to end the show here.
Yep.
If not, any last beers for bits? Or bits for beers? One day I'm going to write that on a notepad. And I'm just going to put it up here so I remember it every time. Any last bits for beers or any last let's talk abouts?
That's what you need to change your jar to. Bits for beers.
Bits for beers.
Or beer.
Well, I don't drink on my stream though. That's the thing. I only drink during.
Oh,
State of
so
the
you
stream.
can't change the layout for each show?
I could. You know, I could for this one. Here.
Yeah, just the jar, not the whole thing. Just the jar name. Just, beer for bits. And we'll just constantly be pointing at the jar, You want
I'm
us
trying to
drink
find where
beer?
the actual. Here's the jar itself. Where's the text for the jar? Oh, here it is. I got it. Hang on, I can change that right now.
Make a thing. If they fill the jar, we chug a beer.
Check this out.
That'd be kind of cool.
There you go. Bits for beers.
It's the other way around. It should be beers for bits.
No, it's bits for beers. You're
guess
donating bits, and we're drinking beers.
Oh, okay. I guess, yeah. All right.
Hope that didn't actually carry over into my. It may have carried over to my other stream too. I may have to change that every week.
No. That's what I was going to say. You have to, after the show, make sure you change it
Jar
back.
of values, yeah. Let's talk about if they're going to change the Washington Redskins name, and should they also change the name of the Cleveland Browns? God damn it! This borders on violating one of the rules of the Slash Streams chat, which is no politics. But we will answer the question.
Yeah, I'll
only
answer
because
it.
it's TP Poker, and we like TP Poker. No, I don't think they should change any sports team names. Look, I'm just gonna say this: there's no place in this country or world for racism or being discrimination. Period. There's just not hate speech. None of that. There's just not for none of that. Unless you're Nia Jax, then you're open game.
Yeah, there are exceptions to the rule, I guess.
But look, we're getting carried away now. We don't need to change sports teams' names. No, we don't need to do that. You don't see. Here's the people. The people that are crying about it aren't Native Americans. They're white people crying about it. Is what's happening here. It's not Native Americans. It's all some kind of political agenda. So no, I don't think they care personally. They haven't cared this long. If it is, it's a couple people. Is it really offensive? If you really think, is it really offensive?
Well, it technically yes, but in actuality, when they name the team, probably not. But times change, and so I guess that's just how it works. But here's my thing to it, though. I'm going to bet you they're going to change it, and it's not because the owners want to change it. It's not going to be because of them, but because they have all decided to let these big corporations buy their stadiums to pay the bills on it. If those corporations say, we want you to change the name, I guarantee you they're going to change it.
Isn't that FedEx that asked them? Because FedEx is involved with that?
UPS, I think. It was either UPS or FedEx.
It's FedEx.
Yeah, FedEx. They said, you're changing the name. And they were arguing with them. And FedEx said, look, you're under contract with us for 5 years. What we say goes. We want you to change the name.
And they're
I'll
not gonna change the name of the Browns, by the way, because the Browns ain't really offending anybody other than they're an offensive team.
Just because they suck, just like
yeah.
the Bears do.
But I mean, the Indians is what they're trying to change, and it's the same thing as the Redskins. I saw more people that are Native American that I'm friends with complaining that they got rid of Chief Wahoo than the ones that complained about getting rid of him.
Basically, what you've got is a lot of the younger people really, I honestly think, don't really care. They grew up with it. So, I mean, to them, like, for example, like with you guys, when you guys had Chief Wahoo, they grew up with that. So that was a mascot that they were used to seeing, and now it was taken away. Now they're even like, what the hell? I mean, we even had one.
But none of our fans from Cleveland, and I'm sure it is the same thing in Washington, went to the games going, oh man, those fucking Indians! Like, they didn't say anything like that. It was the name of a team, not a violation of, making fun of anybody's heritage.
Yeah, we had the same thing here in Illinois. I forget the name of the character, but he was another Indian guy. He was there for a college football team that would run up and down the field, and they got rid of him 2 years ago for the same thing. I'm wondering if they'll ever, because United Airlines owns the Blackhawks stadium. Blackhawks could be considered,
We're getting really carried away.
I think, yeah, they've given.
There's literally an animal called a Blackhawk.
There is. There is, but
so what are you going to change the whole animal species name at that point? Like, what are you going to do?
No, what they would have to do is change the logo then, because the logo is an actual Indian. So they would have to change the Indian to the animal in order to keep the name, more than likely.
That's right. That's right. It's an Indian logo. That's right. I was thinking it was a actual hawk.
But it's more or less an homage to the Indians that found Chicago. Hell, Chicago's an Indian name, for crying out loud.
It's just so stupid. It's like, just
I don't know. I think they've just gone. Look, the cause that they're going for is good, but then now they're overreaching. You got to be careful of that, because then people are going to stop, giving a shit. So too much too fast, not a good thing.
Same thing with the Atlanta Braves is what Skill says. I think they actually brought that up to the management of Atlanta Braves, and they're like, they've done this before.
Yeah,
because they were trying to get Atlanta Braves on the whole thing that they do with their hand like that.
Mm-hmm.
They go, like, that whole thing. They were trying to get him on the chop, and they were like, "No, we're not getting rid of it." And then the people in Atlanta were like, "No, we're not getting rid of it." No. So I think they said the same when they were presented with this one. They're like, "No." So I don't think anybody needs to get rid of anything. I think we need to just say, "No, we're not going to do that." Yeah. There's no offensive thing here.
Yeah, it wasn't when the name was developed. It wasn't an offensive thing.
Yeah,
so
nobody was making fun of anyone.
No.
When they came up with these
most of the time when they did that, it was in homage to the Indians that discovered the land or named the land that it was on. So
here's the thing with, like, the Cleveland Indians, for example. Like, if I'm back then and I'm naming my team, I'm paying homage to the Indians who lived here before we did. And what would they do to defend their land? They would run after people, maybe scalp them, or whatever else they had to do.
And lose a lot of baseball games. Yeah.
Eventually. So if anything, it's just it's a total homage thing for the tribe. So yeah, it's nothing's gonna change. It's a name. It's just a name and a stupid picture. That's all it is.
I mean, I know, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong here, so don't quote me on this, but if I remember my history correct, I got to go back to grade school because I haven't looked it up since. I'll take, because the only team that would be considered offensive name-wise here would be the Blackhawks. But if I'm not mistaken, the Indians that named Chicago were the Blackhawk Indians. So it was kind of like we understand that you named this, so we're going to
say, hey, you guys named it kind of thing. And I think that's why they chose it.
Yeah, it was a Black Hawk tribe, wasn't it, or something?
I believe there was, and
I could be wrong about that, but I don't think
it sounds familiar to me, but I can't remember for sure. So don't quote me on
Yeah.
it. But it just sounded very familiar because I do know Chicago is an Indian name. And I think it was the Black Hawk Indians or the Black Hawk tribe that named it, but I don't know for sure. I honestly
just say
don't know.
let's just get along.
really
who's that comedian that said can't we all just get along? Let's just get along.
That was
God.
Rodney King.
It was Rodney King. Yeah, can't we all just get along? It wasn't a comedian.
The comedian Rodney King.
No, you know what I was thinking of? You know who I was thinking of was that comedian, that actual comedian who was like, Rodney Dangerfield is who I was thinking of.
Dangerfield. No, he's got. Can I get some respect?
Yeah, I want to get respect. Can I get some respect? Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll quote Rodney King. Sure. Can't we all just get along?
There you go. Amen.
So there you go. All right, guys, we're gonna end things here. We've given you, I think, a pretty long stream tonight.
We have.
So-
Because we love you and you love us back. That's why you tune in every time.
We appreciate all your bits tonight, guys. Your bits for beers. And we will be back this coming Monday, starting at 8:30. I'll be starting BioShock Burial at Sea DLC 2. And it'll probably be all of next week. And then Harmack will be continuing through Infamous.
Yes, I will.
And
dying an awful lot.
Like you saw halfway through the the Wednesday stream, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh God.
Is that night you were stuck for like 30 minutes on that mission where it kept timing out on you?
Yeah. I wasn't dying. I was timing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, to do those stupid satellite uplink things.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the first time I played it, I had the same problem with that one.
Yep.
I know there's probably an easier route to do. I just cannot find it. I just don't. But I finally got it. But it was just literally I literally just scrambled my ass off hoping that it would work, and it luckily did. It just clicked 0 right when I got to the thing.
And as we mentioned earlier, next week it will be the topic. And if you guys have games you want to think of from now until then, the topic is going to be what game or games did you pick up, knew nothing about, but when you were done with them, they ended up being a classic to you, or you ended up loving them, or a game you couldn't put down.
Yep.
That will be next week's topic. We'll have a whole list of that for you, as well as the recap of next week's streams. Right here on Slash Streams, we'll be taking your bits and drinking those beers as we do the conversion.
Bits for beer.
Bits for beers, as we call it. Good evening, gentlemen. Stellar material as always. Thank you, TP Poker.
Thank you, Poker.
Really appreciate that.
It.
And we will see you guys on Monday. Back here on Monday, here on Slash Streams and on Harmack 1.
That's right, guys.
All right. Have a great rest of your night.
Drink up. Peace.
Drink up and peace.